All right, should we do some news?
Let's do some news. All right. Preseason football is back in action.
There we
you guys
go.
are very excited about it. A Jaguars fan and a Saints fan brawl at a preseason game. Video of the fight is now going viral online, showing a dude in a Travis Hunter jersey throwing a drink on another guy in a black Saints polo down in New Orleans. The two square up. They start throwing punches before the Saints fan slips on the doormat underneath him, goes tumbling to the ground. The Jaguars fan actually lands a couple of really good fights. You remember that first UFC when it was the giant fat fat black guy, and then the small white dude, and he was on all fours and he was popping him in the side of the head? That's what this fight goes into.
All right, well, let's watch. No reason to fight during preseason.
First off, preseason's terrible. What's worse than preseason is a fight at a preseason game.
Ooh,
that's a good slap.
Well, a lot of. I don't know. The ground and pound, I feel like it's getting a little on Marcus Queensberry, but he's getting some shots in.
Oh, shit.
Pulls his shirt over his head like a hockey fight.
Look at the belly on that guy.
Pants fall down.
Pants down. You got it. You always got to wear a belt.
And then he gets rocked again.
Oh, he gets rocked again. Yeah, you got to know when to hold up. Whatever Kenny Rogers says. You know what I mean?
Fold them.
Yeah.
Walk away and know when to run.
Yeah, know when to pull up your pants.
Although those weren't the best fighters. It's preseason, so the real tough guys were hanging back.
Yeah, they're waiting.
Yeah.
No, they're not suiting. They're not suiting up.
You got to wait for a division game.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That guy's looking for a spot on the roster.
We're now. First off, here's the whole thing about fat. Fat means. There is a thing about fat, and there's a certain way to get fat, and some guys get fat this way. Some guys get fat, and what really happens is their forearms and calves get huge because they're so fat, right? And then when you wear a shirt, you wear a polo shirt and cargo shorts, all we see is your huge calves and your huge forearms. So are you fat? Or do you have huge forearms and huge calves? And I think guys, they get a little high on their own supply. Like they're like, look at these calves, look at these forearms. Like I'm in fighting shape. I'm a big dude. But you're not a big dude. You're a fat dude who has big forearms and big calves as well. And the calves, no matter how fat you get, never get flabby. And the forearms never get flabby. They just get bigger. Yeah. And you see yourself in the mirror and you go, I'm a big dude.
Right.
But that doesn't mean you can fight.
No, those calves get that little shelf, you know. He gets a cut just below the bottom of the calf. And
now you add a tattoo onto the calf and a tattoo onto the forearm, and you're really set. Now you're just a big dude
and also
with tats.
Those guys can hit the ball. In golf, those guys are big drivers.
That's the other thing, too. It's not like it's not like things don't work for them in certain occasions. Like they're not great at pickleball, but they can drive.
They can drive.
Yeah, they can drive that. They can hit a bucket at the range and be good. They're things they will excel at. So it gives them just enough confidence to get into that.
But the thing is, they can't fuck. They have no core strength. You know, they can't. The ass is not. You know, if you want a nice dimple on the side of your ass cheek when you're plowing in, you want definition, and that's just a mass of cottage cheese. Yeah, because the woman grabs that, it's over.
Yeah,
I was at the Georgia Aquarium this weekend on Saturday, and some of the people walking through there, I thought, you should be on display here.
You should be in the tank.
Let's get the whale shark out and put you in the tank. Because fuck, we are a fat society now.
Well, that's what the traveling circus used to be.
Yeah,
the fat lady.
I
sit there and look at her.
I realize part of it's in my act, but then another part I was thinking about today, which is, you know, every commercial is either Lumi, which is the all-over deodorant, which is because everyone's got folds everywhere. Everyone's fat now. But the other commercials I keep seeing is snoring commercials where this bed alerts you and the smart number and the sleep number. Every third commercial is snoring, ladies, tired. And I'm like, what's going on with snoring? Oh, everyone's fat.
They're fat.
Everyone's super fat. So snoring. So what you do if you're a business is, you know, you're like, we're in the business of selling beds. So if everyone's going to get super fat, then we're going to have a bed that alerts you when you're snoring. Which, I don't know. I guess we have the technology for that. They hear that. and it like vibrates or something and shakes you up and wakes you up. But be prepared for more fat person related products, snoring, all over body deodorant. Like it's going to just keep coming. Kim Kardashian just came out with a Spanx for your neck. Have you seen that?
No.
Oh, she came out with a Spanx for double chins.
Looks like Kanye's hands.
Yeah, a set of black hands on a white kerchief that goes around. Oh, yeah. No, she's come out with Spanx.
Wow.
For your chin.
Wow.
Well, first off, we didn't even need Spanx, but now we need Spanx. Like everything is going to be, it's like when they came out with the medicine that relieved constipation if you were strung out on pain medication. It's like, oh, we're entering into a zone where there's a separate medication for the other medication that you're abusing that is backing you up.
Well, I think they have to come up with the sneakers that don't fold over the sides. You ever see the fat guy whose sneakers are actually bulging
New
on the
reinforced
sides?
sneakers.
Reinforce the sneakers.
I mean, we've already come up with Skechers where you don't have to bend over. You don't have to do any tying. You know, hey, fat guy, just slide right into that thing. Yeah. So we got the sneakers. We're good.
Yeah.
You know, we got the Crocs. Crocs can hold up to 1,300 pounds, by the way, without any kind of movement at all. You can park in El Camino on a Croc. It will not depress.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's compressed.
And the shower
it's fine.
slippers guys are walking around in. Just get the toes in. Foot's fine.
Right. That's right.
No cankle pressure. Cankle's free.
You can look on TMZ and you can see Kim Kardashian has come up with a neck Spanx.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know how it works because obviously we can see that. Supposed to do something when you sleep. You know, relieve tension or something and fix your double chin or whatever it is. But the whole point is there was no reason for a neck Spanx until we all got morbidly obese. And now.
Well, I thought of a new diet plan. Because I actually used to be really overweight. When I was in college, I was like 265.
265?
Really?
No, I've always been quite fit. But I thought for other people, I thought of something.
Yeah, that's what I do. I think of stuff for other people.
It's called the eat and shit diet. And what you do is, on my diet, you eat whatever you want.
Right.
As much of it as you want. But then you can't eat again until you take a big shit. And so it's almost like a nightclub. You think of it as there's a maximum capacity, you let them in, and then nobody gets in until people leave out the back door.
But what if people start abusing the system like the Jews do with the Shabbos Goyim, where they can't turn on electronics on a Saturday, but they get somebody to do it for them? And what if I get a shittis Goyim, or I get someone to come in and drop a big deuce, and now I feel like I can eat again because my toilet got a big deuce in it? Things to think about. Just playing devil's advocate.
Yeah. Fat people are devious.
Yeah. Shittis Goyim. Where's Kim Kardashian's this? Because I swear that's all I saw was commercials for it 2 weeks ago on TMZ. And I can't imagine it's not all over the internet.
She knows her audience. She knows her followers.
Yeah, man, the eat and shit diet, that's the infomercial I want from you for sure.
Yeah, and I think like the nightclub, you watch who comes in.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, and this, by the way, the thing I saw had Anthony Hopkins wearing it.
Wow.
By the way, as if I don't know how the internet works, but Anthony Hopkins, Kardashian, chin Spanx.
Wow.
We never turn the sound up, but we should.
What does it do?
Hello, Kim. I'm already feeling 10 years younger.
All right, pause it there for a second. What is he? All right, can you describe, Fitzdog, what is going on in this video?
Well, he looks like one of those old like W.C. Field movies where he's the dentist, and that's after you get your tooth pulled, you get the big strap around your chin that goes above your head. And he's got on a crazy Hawaiian shirt and what looks like a swatch from the 1990s. He's having fun.
But what is he wearing? Describe the Spanx.
It looks like an ace bandage.
It's like a hammock for your chin.
Yeah.
That hooks around your ears.
No,
top it goes around the head. Yeah, it goes around the head.
Does it go around the top?
Yeah, you can see the bandage on top. Yeah.
Oh, it goes around the top. Oh, I couldn't even see that top. God, you can barely see it. Okay. I keep I'll rewind it from the beginning. Let's just see what this is.
I think the Queen may rescind the knightship after this one.
Hello, Kim. I'm already feeling 10 years younger. Goodbye.
So if it goes around your head, is it supposed to bring your chin up and then you take it off and your jowls are supposed to stay up? I don't, because Spanx, you put them on and then you put a dress over it, you put a shirt over it, you're not supposed to, it goes incognito. But this, I don't get it.
I'm going to file this under my mom, who could never get rid of her, spare tire. At some point, I remember seeing a weird twister thing. There was a weird twister thing. It must have sold hundreds of millions of these things. It was like
a disc, right?
Yeah, it was just like a disc, a square thing with a round thing on the bottom and a ball bearing thing in between, which is really what they use on a Lazy Susan when you go. And you'd sit on it and you just go back and forth, just chubby checker.
Yeah.
But the chubby never came out of the checker. It just kept, and the whole plan was, I'm just going to do this. I'm going to watch Maude, and I'm going to do this for 24 minutes, and somehow I'll stop being fat.
Yeah.
That was basically, like, the people who bought that made fun of the guys from the 30s that had the belt that went around. Now the guys who make the Skims for your chin are making fun of the guys with the twister thing or the shake weight. It's all the same. It can't, how can any of it work?
Yeah.
My mom had a twister thing. She never changed. She was shaped like a parrot. Never fixed anything. And at some point, had that other piece of apparatus, which was a power lawnmower plastic wheel with two grips on the end of each side. You're supposed to roll it.
The cartwheel.
I don't know what they call it, but you were just supposed to somehow. It never worked. No one ever used it. It was just that thing and that thing. And two things had a wheel.
We had both of them.
You could buy them. You could bring them home. The plan was we're gonna shake the weight away. Mm-hmm. No one ever lost a pound, and I didn't even know what it was, but it seemed like a good idea at the time. And this will be that one day.
Yeah, I think they got to go back to like the Elizabethan neck, where the women just wore the giant collars.
Yeah.
Yeah, between the perfect push-up and the Thigh Master, we should be the hottest society ever.
We should.
Now, what's the perfect push-up?
It's the disc. You hold on to it. When you push up, you go in and out.
Oh, those are great.
Yeah.
I
was walking through a Target once, and a guy said to his wife, "Hey, the perfect push-up. I should get that." And the wife said, "You don't even do imperfect push-ups." And I was like, good joke. That's a pretty good joke.
Now, does the Skims website explain any of the technology behind holding your face up? Or is it just you put that strap on around your head? And for some reason, Sir Anthony Hopkins, Sir,
yep,
decided this would be a good idea. This would be a good use of his title, Sir.
Yeah.
And do a quickie commercial for the Kardashians. I have no fucking idea how society or life works.
He's made 275 movies.
Yeah. I saw Ian McKellen the other day pimp a diet called Eating Shit. So it's on the horizon. It's on the horizon.
Yeah. Oh, he's on the eat shit diet.
Yeah. Right.
Eat and shit, but not eating shit.
Yeah, mine is the eating shit. Mm-hmm. And it's got to be substantial. You weigh the meal, and then you got to get 90% of that weight out. You weigh the shit on the way out.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I want you with a blonde crew cut going, "Stop the insanity!"
Yeah. I love Susan Powder. I love her because I love any workout person that goes, "You want to lose the weight? First, you got to breathe. You can't forget to breathe. I'm asking you to breathe." It's like, okay.
Yeah.
If you
Chris Carolla breathed just fine. The pounds did not melt. Like anyone who works in breathing into anyone who's currently breathing, I'm looking at that as filler and a waste of time.
Right.
I'm looking for good. Like, I've had lots of conversations. When you go to these races, you'll go in with the race official, and he'll go, double yellow is you can drive, but it's not a local yellow. That's a full course yellow. So if you do two yellows, that's a full track yellow. If you see one, that's local. That's just in that corner. If you see the yellow with the white, That means there's safety equipment on the road, but there's no passing under the yellow, but you can pass the safety truck, and then but he never goes, and breathe.
Yeah.
He's passing information along. The breathing, I'm already breathing. Yeah. I don't need to remind, even when I'm sleeping and dreaming of Joel McHale dying in that mire.
My God.
I'm still breathing. All right,
there's a new documentary, 3-piece documentary on Netflix about The Biggest Loser. Just watched it this weekend.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and man, that Bob Harper, even at the end of it when they're like, by the way, this show kind of really ruined people's lives and metabolisms and bodies, he was like, I don't give two shits.
Yeah.
Bob Harper does not care. He made his millions off of it and walked away.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I got into a big argument with that guy on the air once. And I've kind of conjiggered my thoughts about it a little bit, but I used to be real staunch this way because I grew up and have had relations with people, men and women, who just looked fucking fantastic in their bathing suits. And these were amongst the laziest, ill-eating, chain-smoking, hard-drinking, lack of exercise using fuck-ups I'd ever met in my life. And then the shirt would come off, and then it would look like these guys were just living in the gym. And I've known some girls that were this way, and everyone would always come up to them and go, like, what do you do? You know, what's your secret? And they would always say something stupid, like, I played soccer when I was 12. You know, it's like, okay. I always want to jump in and go, this guy's smoking and drinking and fucking eats like shit. It's called genetics.
It's called being Italian.
That's what they look like. Yeah. That's what they look like. And then there was my mom, who there's nothing she could do to escape with this thing. She was always on a diet. She was always doing, and it just couldn't. And I was trying to explain to him, you talk all you want, but my buddies growing up, there's nothing you could do to get them to look bad in their swim trunks. And by the way, I knew dudes, there's nothing you could do to get them to look good in their trunks. And it's just fucking genetics. And we just argue and argue.
I've worked with women that are obese, and they come to work and they bring a Tupperware with salad and some, chicken, skinless chicken. And they don't go to the snacks, and then they come in the next day and they still weigh 185 pounds. You go, what are you doing at night? Or is this just genetic?
It's mostly all genetic, and you can affect part of it, but not enough. Nothing will ever take the place of a great genetic hand.
Yes.
And you see women, like you go, oh, that's how that person is cut. Mm-hmm. Like I just say cut. It's not really about weight. It's like you look at Emily Ratajkowski and you just go, oh, she's just cut different than chicks with big hips and A cup or whatever. It's like, I don't know. You want to talk to her how she got a D cup bosom, or is that just how they are? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think they say that your body has a weight that it's sort of like it just wants to find. Yeah, there's like a baseline weight that most of us have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's where the chin skim comes in.
Changing God's will.
Changing God's will, one neck at a time.
Look at that.
Now,
like a cock ring.
First off, I like that they have a white one and a black one. You know, I like that we're diverse now. And what we do is we take a waif model so you know it works, and we put them on the waif model so you know it works.
Now, if a white woman wears the black one, is that blackface?
There's a cultural appropriation.
Yeah.
Like if a white woman puts on the black one and then makes tacos, we're gonna have a problem.
Yeah, right.
You understand?
Yeah.
Now, how does it work? I'm intrigued, but I just want to know, like, is there science behind this? And I think the idea is you keep it up in your sleep. All right, it's our first ever face innovation. It's here. It's a must-have. Oh, I didn't know it was a must-have. I got the show short. I wasn't aware of that it was a must. It's a must-have face wrap. Boasts our signature sculpting fabric, which is good for under the skirt, but once you remove it, okay. And features collagen yarns. Oh. You know, we now infuse everything with everything. Everything's infused. Yeah. We should have never let women use the word infuse, and we should have never let them use the word deep, because they'll go, we're going to have someone come in here and do a deep clean on this condo. I go, what do you mean? You mean a Mexican's going to mop?
Yeah.
No, but a deep clean. With just a regular, what do you mean a deep clean? Deep clean. Sherry says we need to do a deep clean.
Yeah. All right.
Or we just clean, right?
Yeah. There's weed-infused toothpicks I saw the other day, and I was like, what happened to a pop can? Like, that was good enough. Like, I don't need weed. No.
Soft jaw. The collagen yarn for ultra soft jaw support, Velcro, I don't know, closures, is that what that says? This is very small for me to read from this distance. That's why I'm struggling.
Oh,
but yeah, 20 minutes into the struggle.
Velcro closures at the top and nape of the neck allow for easy everyday wear.
Every day.
Every day. But is this shit going to start becoming like slippers, where it started off as inside and now it's Walmart? You know what I mean? Like people are walking around at airports with slippers and curlers. Like, is the skim shit, are people going to start going out in full skims?
Yeah. My mom goes out in curlers. Same thing.
Yeah. If I got the jaw thing, I'd start short. You know, I'm just going to run out to the car, grab my backpack. Then at a certain point, it's like, well, the mailbox is still on my property, technically. And then it's a certain point where it's like, I'll go to Starbucks. I'll pre-order this. I'll just run in, you know. And before you know it, you're just going about
You're on the red carpet.
Yeah, you're at Rick Caruso's
Who are you
yacht.
wearing? Skin. Next skin.
Well, once we make it to the airport, we're now pot committed, right?
Yeah.
Because if you're wearing shit to the airport, there's nowhere in society you can't wear it, because you don't go to the airport for an hour. You go to the airport for 2 hours, and then you go to Atlanta, and then you go to another airport, and meanwhile you're on a plane, right? So it's on.
I'm worried that, look, I'm into it. My neck looks like somebody microwaved it at some point, and there's a big flap here. So I want to try this, but that would mean that when I go to bed, I have an eye mask, I put in earbuds.
Right.
I have these. I keep bending my wrists, so I have these wrist guards I wear. I have a mouth guard for when I'm grinding my teeth.
Right.
And now I'm going to have the neck. I'm going to look like I'm getting ready for a boxing match.
RoboCop.
Yeah.
At a certain point, we're just going to put you in that outfit that the guy thought he could fight a grizzly bear in. Your wife would be like, it took Greg a while to figure out how to sleep standing up, but he's got it now. He's in the bear. He's in the grizzly man outfit. He fought the grizzly. Look, I'm not saying a grizzly would break in because we're in Venice Beach, but if it did, I'll tell you, I sleep a little easier knowing that Greg is upright in the grizzly combat suit and ready to go.
It just shows you where my fucking mental state is. That's what it takes for me to face my dreams. I'm not dreaming about Joel McHale. I'm dreaming about my ex-agent trying to end my career. I got a lot of neurotic thoughts going. Never working again in Dayton, Kentucky because of last time. That's why I need mouth guards and
the grind,
wrist guards.
Well, I think we can integrate the Skims chin clip into the face guard, the earplugs, the mouthpiece, and the shin guards, and whatever.
Pillow between my legs.
When you get up, you're like a Major League Baseball player taking a walk and getting to first base and just unclamping all the shit, hands it to the bat boy. Like Fitzdog stands up there and pulls a bunch of gear off and just hands it to the squire.
I got a corner man that takes out my mouthpiece.
Right. Takes your mouthpiece
Tony
out.
Stark and Iron Man just starts pulling things off.
We got the story about the face skims. All right, let's see if we can figure out what this is. Can I say this, though? You can't use waif models to sell your product for people that have 3 chins to girls that are 22 and have 0 chins.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It always reminded me, there's a great George Carlin joke where he was, old joke, but he was talking about zit cream, and it was like in the back of a magazine or something, and he goes, you know it works because the first picture is a drawing of a face that had dots on it, and then the second drawing was ones with no dots. It's like, but that's kind of like modelly fucking skim shit on wave models does not mean it works.
All right,
let's see.
Now we are going to offer amazing face shapewear.
Kim Kardashian Skims debuting its first ever shapewear offering for faces. The brand dropped its latest export July 29th, with Instagram pics seeing models showing off the Seamless Sculpt Face Wrap, detailing its, quote, signature sculpting fabric, and infused with collagen yarns. As the company's co-founder fawned over the new SKIMS product on her Instagram story.
And it's just this like amazing jaw support. You can see it just snatches your little chinny chin with the jaw, and it's super comfortable to wear at night or just around the house. I really wanted to do these.
And eventually to the airport for Black people.
We've been working on it for a long time, so I'm really happy that you guys can see it.
Yeah, it's a brand new day across the multi-billion-dollar company, following multiple launches for underwear and accessory lines, with the brand seeing a steady popularity stream since its 2019 debut. SKIMS also enlisting model Jasmine Alicia to demo her morning ritual reveal.
Look at this. My favorite part is how this goes around your neck, because the other ones slip off so easily, and the fabric is infused with collagen. Shout out to SKIMS for giving me this snatched jawline. See what this hair is looking like. The way the SKIMS face shaper has elevated my entire morning shed is crazy. Like, my jawline has never been this snatched.
I think it gave her a lisp, though.
Yeah.
I know. Listen, I don't say this often, but you know, the terrorists aren't wrong about everything.
No,
you know what I mean?
no.
Like they do make certain points about our society.
Sure.
And I will have to tip my cap to the boys at Al Qaeda once in a while. Like there's certain things you do get around about our bloated, sad society. Yeah, maybe make a few points.
I'd like to see the next couple jets fly into
towers,
into the towers of the Kardashians.
Kardashian towers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
up to
Carolla,
the valley.
You should buy a bunch of these and then repackage them as taints, where you just sell it to old guys who want their balls to come back up when their balls start sagging in old age.
I gotta say, you know, spending a whole weekend in that race car with the 6-way harness through the middle of the legs and the super tight seat with not a lot of padding on it. Yeah. Yes, having a prodigious sack is not helpful in that environment.
Maybe I add that to my sleepwear.
Oh, yeah.
Keep the balls up tight.
Sack hammock. Get those things pulled up.
You can do a promo like Anthony Hopkins. Just get your balls right on the internet.
You can do a thing where you're like, do you know that 41% of males over the age of 61 suffer from sack torsion-related injuries? And it's like 9 hours of sleeping on a twisted sack with a torsion issue, cutting off blood supply. That's right. That's right. Yeah.
Squashing one on a rollover. Does that ever wake you up in the middle of the night?
Commercials, like two middle guys sitting on a porch, like, hey, you hear what happened to Ron? Ron, who runs the marathons? No. He doesn't run marathons anymore. Not with the sack torsion. Wow. He didn't get the Fitzdog sack hammock? No, he ignored the pleas of his wife. Now he's in bad shape. Yeah, sack torsion is a big deal. As you get older, your sack ages. It gets further and further away from your taint, and then that gets twisted up.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You know, it's like a tree, and how you can tell the age of a tree by the rings.
Yep.
If you measure how far down your balls are, it's a quarter of an inch per year after the age of 40.
My balls are so far down now.
Yeah.
I start from the floor to save time. I actually save. It's a time. Look, I'm busy, obviously, but it became.
This is another one of his products, the ruler that measures from the floor up. You can get it free.
It's so much faster for me to go from the hardwood up.
Yeah, right. The testy tester.
Yeah.
Right. Wow. So you know the length of your taint to the ground, and then you just subtract that amount from the total distance.
Right. I used to start from the taint, but now I start from the hardwood and I go up.
Yeah.
You know, to save time.
Jesus, how much time you got left until you're on the ground?
Well, I have to check. I have a laminate in the glove box. I can check that. You know, I don't have it on me if that's what you're asking. But there's a laminate. There's one. Yeah. There's one that says tipping on one side, and it's got sack death clock on the other, and I can figure it out because they say there's your actual age and then your sack biological age.
That's right. Yeah.
And so they factor in different things like, were you ever involved with the rodeo? in any professional capacity.
Yeah.
Did you ride a unicycle?
Mm-hmm.
I have to check off some of those boxes.
Right. Trampolining. How much trampolining did you do as a child?
Trampolining have you done? Things of that nature. How big is your dad's sack? Things of that nature.
Yeah.
And they factor it all in.
Right. Right. Yeah. You have to weigh your balls.
Right.
Because that will affect obviously the gravity.
Right. Do you spend a lot of time in the pool where you're at a gravity depth where it's actually helping now? And if you were a swimmer, let's just say, I swam at a high level starting at about 15 all the way through, the Olympic trials, by the way, then you've got a lot of sack longevity.
Climate? Were you in the Siberian or Scandinavian zone?
How close to the equator do you live?
Yes.
How close to the prime meridian do you live?
Right.
And such and so forth.
Humidity.
Humidity's a big thing.
Yeah.
Are you a tighty-whitey or were you a boxer guy in the 70s?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Were you the kind of guy who wore cutoffs and went commando? Were you a sweatpant guy who rode them low instead of hiked them up? There's a lot of questions.
Did you have a Puerto Rican girlfriend who worked the sack?
That's on there.
Yeah.
Were you with a sack worker?
Yeah.
Were you someone who was sack-centric?
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Sock sucker. Yeah.
Do you masturbate on your back or do you stand in the shower?
Right. Or are you on all fours? Right.
I didn't put that as a possibility, but I can add that.
It's Irish, yeah. I should say all threes.
Yeah, you're right. Let's be honest. Yeah, it's a good point. Yeah, are you on all threes? Right,
yeah, right.
These are all important questions.
They're all
in terms
on the
of
laminate.
sack longevity.
And it's really, I think with my grandfather, I remember seeing him when I was a kid and looking up and thinking, that's my future. Grandpa, he wore the boxer shorts.
Right.
And they would fall out, and I would just think, my God, calf level.
That's right.
Yeah.
Grandpa doesn't have much left.
Was until your wife's hand went a little higher up the thigh when you were fishtailing in that Mustang. And it's all downhill from there, Fitz.
Right.
All right. I don't know where we go from there. I think home.
Yeah.
You can go to AdamCarolla.com for all the live shows coming up, Provo and Torrance. That's a fun place. The place that was called The End now.
I did it, but I had to cancel because I didn't sell enough tickets.
Oh, well, we'll work it out next time because
right.
They'd love you over there. That's a fun place. Just go to AdamCarolla.com for all live shows. Rudy, where do we go? Rudy's a real funny stand-up, by the way.
Thanks, bud. I got a couple of shows I would like to pimp. October 3rd, I will be at Snarky Loon Brewing in Jenkins, Minnesota, northern Minnesota. I'm going back home for a couple of days. And then October 4th, I'm going to St. Cloud, Minnesota to do Beaver Island Brewing. And
Fitzdog's going to be at the Comedy Store in La Jolla, and he's also going to be at the Comedy Works in Denver. Both great clubs. GregFitzsimmons.com is where you go. Until next time, it's Adam for Fitzdog and Rudy saying mahalo.